Have you ever wondered? Well, I'm sure you've wondered, what do they actually want from you? It's like you give them everything, you say everything that they want to hear, you do what they tell you to do, and you're still there scratching your head like, what is it that they actually want? Well guys, I think that I've got the answer for you. Watch this video. Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing really well. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about, we're going to break it down. Okay, what is it that the narcissist truly wants from you? Okay, and you know what, there's been a lot of discussion in the comments under the videos, and it's like, well, what is it that they actually want? Like, we give them everything, we do everything, and it's like, well, what is it, okay, that is actually what you are wanting? Is it just particularly one thing? Is it that they just want to, you know, be intimate with you? Is it that they want you just to be their emotional slave? Is it that they want you just to agree with them, just to do whatever it is that they say that you need to do? Can you even be yourself? Or is there something else that is at play here? Do they want you to be basically their caretaker? Do they want someone who is just going to be compliant all the time? There's a whole host of those reasons. Okay, probably all of that amalgamated into one, but we're going to be talking about this in the video. But my friends, just before I get into the video, I just want to say that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday. And if there's something on your mind or there's something that you are thinking about, I'd say come on over to the live, because we do discuss it and I could be answering your question. And also, you know what? We've got such a lovely community. It's so, like, how do I say it? Like, everyone's so much fun. Everyone's so supportive as well. You know what? The lives are an absolute vibe. Like, I'd love to see you there. Guys, come on over. Absolutely free. Every single Tuesday. I hope to see you there. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about what it is that the narcissist actually wants from you. Now, I did a video talking about what it is they expect and everything. Watch this video, because honestly, I talk more about it in there. But this is something different. I'm not going to be repeating the points. That's why I said watch that video, because it will explain so much to you as well. Like, it'll talk some of the points that are kind of like are going to be making in this video. But ultimately, right? Ultimately, when a narcissist wants something from you, they're looking for people with specific traits, skills, could I even say? But what they are looking for is someone ultimately who is going to accept them. Okay, they need acceptance. Now, for a narcissist, this is going to be very challenging to find, because not everyone is going to be putting up with their behavior, with their wants and needs. They know this. They know that on some level, what they are desiring or requiring from another person, okay, is a lot, okay, is a lot. So ultimately, the way that I look at this, all right, is that they are constantly looking for someone to look after them. They're basically looking for caregivers. These are people who did not receive this in childhood. So we need to go back, okay, to understand this. They didn't get this in childhood. So it's ultimately like they are lost in their adulthood. They are looking for people to be able to give them what they didn't receive as young children. Now, they're not going to find it. Okay, they're not going to find it, but they're in this perpetual cycle of feeling lost, looking for people to be able to give that to them. And this comes out in unconscious processes, but also within their behavior. So if you think about it, they're constantly expecting you to conform. They're constantly expecting you to provide, to give. No, I'm not talking like financially, but emotionally, psychologically, physically, even in some cases. They want these certain things from you. All right, and they're constantly pushing you to be able to provide this for them. So it's ultimately what you're doing is you are providing that care, you're providing that stable, loving environment that they didn't get, which is what they are craving. but they didn't get it. So they don't actually know what it looks like. So when you are giving them, when you are fulfilling them all of these needs, they don't actually know what it looks like because they've never experienced it. So if you haven't experienced something, how are you going to know, you know, what it feels like? Like, for example, imagine, okay, you've never tasted chocolate. And imagine someone asking you to describe the taste of chocolate. Oh, you can't, because if you haven't, then you don't know. I mean, I couldn't think of anything else. Like, can you imagine something that you haven't tasted before, you know, and then you're trying to describe it, or you're trying to feel it? Like, you can't, because you don't understand what it feels like that in the first place. So they have an idea of what they want it to be like, but because of this negative internal dialogue that's constantly within them, but constantly putting them down, they are constantly second guessing themselves, which is why they are very impulsive in their behavior, in their interactions with you. So they don't really know what it is they are looking for, except they're just looking for someone to conform. So basically they just want someone who is agreeable, someone who is going to just never challenge them on anything. Even though their behavior is damaging, is awful, you know, what they are doing is they're selfish. They're thinking of themselves because they want to be able to soothe that internal dialogue, what's going on for them. So they're not thinking about you when they are doing certain things, okay? They're thinking about themselves, so it's about them. They don't have the bandwidth to think of you, so it's like a one-track mind. They're thinking about how to soothe this negativity, this awfulness. It's really uncomfortable for them. So I've got to do this, but it doesn't matter about you. And it's like they can't think of you. So you take it as like, well, why have you done that? Like, that's so awful. And it is. And so they get irritated, aggravated when you question them. This is where the gaslighting, the manipulation comes in. They tell you what you want to hear. But ultimately, it's that they don't know how to explain themselves. They don't know how to get out, because they know what they are doing or what they are requiring is wrong. They know that this behavior is wrong. This is why it's done covertly behind your back, so that you never find out. But you see, when you're questioning them, you're wanting answers as to why did you behave like this? This is like actually childish. You're an adult. But they can't articulate the fact that they are looking for someone who is just going to accept them. And that's at the core of all of this, is this acceptance. But what they don't realize, or what they're not understanding, is that their behavior is very toxic. They're requiring something that is against your morals. It's because it's ego-based. And when it's ego-based, it's very one track. It's very, it's about serving them. It's about making them feel good at the expense of others around them. So what they are looking for from you is that just you to be agreeable. You just to kind of accept it. You know, accept all of this. And of course this isn't fair. But this is the issues that they have with interpersonal relationships. Now, you need to think about, is this person worth keeping in your life, worth being in your life? If this is them, this is their way of interpreting and understanding. They are looking for caregivers. They're not looking for partners where you grow together, whether you are a team. It's about you conforming, you giving, supplying, and them just taking and expecting this to happen. That is why relationships with narcissists don't work, because the dynamics, the way that they understand the relationship is wrong, is different. You know, like, your needs is never going to be taken into consideration. You, who you are as a person, is not going to be taken into consideration because they don't have that bandwidth. And so you're always going to be second best or third best in this interaction. So if you are someone that needs to have this person in your life, this is where you need to think about, where is it that you fit in to this, or how do I make this interaction with this person or this dynamic work for me? So maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a co-worker, maybe it's a boss, maybe it's a sibling. Okay, or maybe it's a partner that you still need to talk to because of children and assets. So you need to think about, okay, well, if I have to hold my boundaries, what does that look like? Like, how do I do that? So first of all, you need to figure out what you are willing to accept and what you are not. And actually, how much caretaking and how much giving you are doing. And how much is enough. Realistically, you shouldn't even have to be doing that, because that's not what relationships are about. So this is where it becomes unfair. And please know, this is never going to be reciprocated. I know you want this to be reciprocated and everything would work, but this is not going to be reciprocated. So this needs to work for you in whatever capacity this is. You need to think about yourself. Now, you know, you can be in a room full of narcissists without them affecting you. First of all, what you have to understand is what your triggers are, because the narcissist is like a child. If you're not giving them what they want, they're gonna press your buttons. They're gonna make a hoo-ha about it. They're gonna make a scene. So know what your triggers are, so this person doesn't have the upper hand and actually catch you off guard like this. Know yourself, know where your limits, know where your boundaries are. And it's almost as though, you know, you have to become, like, have to put this invisible barrier to know that actually this is what I want, this is how I want it, and this is what I'm willing to accept. It's always about you, my friends. It's always about you. Can you see how they rely on you for all of this? So guys, I really hope this video has helped. If you are someone that is going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I've also got a mentorship and a journal club, which I post in there every single Monday. Please see the description box for the details. And also, if you are looking for support, I've got an amazing Discord community. Link is in the description box. People who have gone through the same things you have, and you can connect with them online. So guys, I hope this video has helped, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.